Hello everyone, I'm Luth. Welcome to Censtar Energy Refueling Equipment Lab Center. This is our EMC lab. In this lab, we have a lot of equipment to test our products. This is Franklinism generator. Its main function is to generate a plus or minus 1 kV to 20 kV of static electricity to conduct contact discharge and air discharge to the fuel dispenser or electronic equipment, which is to simulate the static electricity that may be generated by the human body when someone contacts the fuel dispenser to test the stability of the electronic system. This is for the cycle drop test. This device generates a voltage signal of 1% to 100% that simulates an instant increase or decrease, which is loaded into the device circuit to test whether the electronic system is reset or shut down when the voltage is instantaneously unstable. This is electrical fast transient burst test. This device generates a plus or minus 1 kV to 6 kV interference pulse, which is loaded into the power line or signal line of the device to interfere with the electronic circuit to test the stability of the electronic system. This is power adaptability test. This equipment can test the power adaptability of the equipment by adjusting the frequency, voltage, and output power of the power supply. And this is a lightning surge tester. This equipment generates a 1 kV to 10 kV lightning surge, which is loaded into the equipment power supply and signal line to simulate the scene of lightning strikes to impact the circuit and test the anti-interference ability of the electronic system. And in this area, we can see that this is a program test bench. Customers' additions or program modifications will eventually be tested here. This is our high and low temperature constant temperature and humidity laboratory. Censtar is the first company in this industry to have such a large-scale high and low temperature experimental equipment. And we are the first one used high and low temperature constant temperature and humidity walk-in advanced experimental equipment. This one is the most advanced one in China now. High temperature resistance and low temperature resistance tests can be performed on the whole machine, flow meter, pump, gun, hose, screen, and seals to detect whether the product can meet various harsh environments. The temperature test range is from minus 40 degrees centigrade to 55 degrees centigrade. This is our oiling machine safety lab. This is the reliability testing lab. Reliability testing is actually testing the product life. This is flow meter, motor, pumps reliability test. This equipment is independently designed and developed by Censtar. We have two operating modes for this equipment. The first step is conventional mode, which simulates the refueling state under long-term refueling conditions to see the life of the flow meter, pump, and motor. And this is the second type, impact mode, which simulates the state of opening and closing the gun and tests the life of the flow meter, pump, and motor under hydraulic shock conditions. This equipment can check the compatibility. This equipment is equipped with motors, pumps, and flow meters, compatible with various specifications at home and abroad. It is very automatic, smart, and safe. It has intelligent detection control management system, large screen LCD, with data management functions such as test data storage, retrieval, and printing. It set up authority management to ensure that the detection object cannot be changed at will, and the detection area has the camera monitoring function. The oil temperature is controlled by the chiller, and the monitoring device for the motor overload, oil temperature detection, and oil level detection lamp can be added to achieve 24-hour uninterrupted reliability testing. And this is the reliability test of gun and solenoid valve. This equipment is also independently designed and developed by Censtar. It simulates the refueling working state of the fueling gun and conducts reliability testing of all moving components, such as the operating mechanism, main valve, and auxiliary valve through actions such as shooting, closing the gun, immersion self-sealing, and pressure-free self-sealing. Simulate the refueling working state of the solenoid valve and conduct reliability testing through the aging of the oil and opening and closing the main and auxiliary valves. This equipment equipped with oil guns and solenoid valves compatible with various specifications and excuses at home and abroad, meeting the reliability test of 12 oil guns and solenoid valves of different types and specifications at the same time. It can meet the 24-hour uninterrupted reliability test, and the customer specifies any circle, usually it's about 150,000 times, to automatically record and store test records. It's the Keypad Test. It's for testing the keypad to see whether it can be used as normal after pressing many times. And this is a reliability test bench for shedding device. And this one is rotary joint reliability test bench. And we can see this is the intelligent salt spray test chamber. It can check whether the equipment can operate normally in a corrosive environment.
Then, we will continue to show you our 3 coordinates room, metrological identification room, and physical property lab. First, let's go to the 3 coordinates room. Look at this big equipment. We use this to test specification and geometric tolerance of different parts of field dispenser to make sure that all parts will be total same as designed in the drawing, like the coaxiality and perpendicularity of 2 holes in the parts. It is hard to test the accuracy to use normal mechanical tools. This is metrological identification room. As usual, we use a lot of kinds of measuring implements during the process of producing field dispensers. Before we make sure all dispensers are of good quality, we must make sure that all measuring implements are good and accurate, like caliper, pressure gauge. We can hit that mark by testing all these measuring implements in this room. I will show you some equipments we use. This is the region to test vernier measuring tools, like caliper. This is the region to test micrometer measuring tools, which is much more accurate. The core parts will be tested in this area, like the screw thread of flow meters and gear pumps. The measuring implements with dial gauge will be tested here. These equipments are to test implements with dial gauge. This is the equipment to test thermometer to make sure it is accurate. During the test of field dispenser, we will use thermometer to test the temperature of the testing oil. The temperature must be controlled in a certain range, so it can ensure the accuracy of the measurement in field dispensers. Let's go to the physical property lab. This is to test the physical performance of the materials in different parts of field dispensers, like hardness, metallographic structure, density, tension, and so on. We call this equipment universal tools microscope, like the O-ring. It is soft and stretchy. It is hard to test the diameter. We can use this to test such kinds of parts. It is very accurate. This equipment is dynamometer, which is used to test spring in the parts, like flow meters and gear pump. We can know whether it is up to standard. This is also a very important part of controlling quality. This is to test the surface hardness of materials in different parts. This is electronic density balance to test the density of some parts. This is microscope scalerometer to test hardness of the cladding material in some parts. This is electric tension tester to test the tension of the parts to make sure the tension is up to standard. All these tests are very important for our products, which is very necessary in the process of quality control. That is why we can win the trust of more and more clients all over the world. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.